K-pop enthusiasts. In today's episode, we're diving deep into a story you might have heard whispers about, but the full details have remained in the shadows until now. Imagine that behind the dazzling lights and sold-out arenas of our favorite idols, a secret unfolds that has shaken the heart of one of the biggest stars. What really happened to Jungkook after his military service? There's a forbidden love story that's full of twists, heartache, and unexpected turns. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of this narrative, revealing the side of Jungkook that has long been hidden from the public eye. Every life journey comes with its own tests. For Jungkook, his mandatory military service was not only about building physical strength and mental resilience, it was also the stage where his heart was put to the test. Amid the relentless drills and strict routines, an unforeseen encounter occurred that altered everything. In the quiet hours of the night, away from the roar of the training grounds, Jungkook met someone who filled a void he hadn't even realized existed. This wasn't just a fleeting attraction. It was a connection with someone who, under normal circumstances, should have been off-limits. A relationship that defied the norms imposed on someone in his position. Their first glance said more than words ever could, hinting at a passion that was both dangerous and irresistible. For those who have followed Jungkook's rise to fame, the image of a determined, focused idol is all too familiar. But behind that polished exterior and military uniform lies a turbulent inner world. How could someone, dedicated to saving his country with utmost discipline, find his heart ensnared in a forbidden romance that defied all logic? Jungkook himself admitted that he was never prepared for the overwhelming emotions that this love ignited. Love, as unpredictable as it is, arrived unannounced, turning his orderly life into a chaotic blend of duty and desire. On one hand, he was bound by the strict responsibilities of military life, and on the other, there was this burning passion that refused to be ignored. The conflict between his obligations and his yearning for intimacy became the emotional engine driving his every decision. In one of the most intimate moments of his life, Jungkook chose to open up to a small circle of trusted confidants, revealing how this forbidden encounter had reshaped his understanding of love and life. It wasn't an easy admission, especially knowing the heavy consequences that might follow. The revelation sent shockwaves through social media, igniting heated debates among fans and critics alike. Many sympathized with his struggle, while others questioned the wisdom of risking everything for a love that could never be fully embraced. How could an idol, molded by years of disciplined training, allow his heart to be so vulnerable? The answer lay in the raw, undeniable power of emotion, a force that can shake even the strongest resolve. There's no denying that military service leaves a mark on every soldier, and Jungkook was no exception. Behind his strong exterior, there was an inner pain that proved difficult to mend. The forbidden love he pursued brought not only joy but also a profound sense of loss. It wasn't merely about breaking the rules. It was about sacrificing parts of himself that once felt whole. After his return from service, many observers noted a subtle yet unmistakable change in him. The spark in his eyes seemed dimmer, replaced by a trace of sorrow and introspection. That ever-present smile often seen on stage had, at times, been overshadowed by silence and contemplation. It wasn't a question of fading popularity. It was the internal battle between what once was and what had become, a battle that left deep emotional scars. News of Jungkook's forbidden love sent ripples through the entertainment industry. Social media platforms became battlegrounds of emotions, with fans expressing a mix of support, concern, and criticism. This revelation forced us to view our idol in a new light, not merely as a flawless performer, but as a human being grappling with pain and passion. Longtime followers who have journeyed with him since his debut saw this story as a stark reminder. Beneath the glitz and glamour lies a complex, vulnerable soul. The expectations to always be perfect and unblemished often hide the reality of human frailty. Jungkook's struggle underscored that even the brightest stars have their shadows, making his journey all the more relatable and poignant. Now, let's ask ourselves a few tough questions. Must true love always be a smooth path? Why do we often assume that our idols are immune to personal hardships? Perhaps the answer lies in the inevitable clash between personal desire and external expectations, a struggle that each choice carries its own unforeseen consequences. By bravely exposing his inner turmoil, Jungkook has sparked a broader conversation about love and sacrifice. Can one truly pursue happiness within the rigid constraints of duty? Or is love, no matter how beautiful, destined to leave a mark on the soul? These are the questions that continue to reverberate among fans and in discussions across online forums. Every forbidden love story carries lessons, and for Jungkook, this experience has become a mirror reflecting the true essence of his inner self. Though his once whole heart now bears the marks of a painful past, those very scars also symbolize his courage to love against all odds. This heartbreaking chapter teaches us that behind every separation and every wound lies the potential to heal and emerge stronger. Jungkook's journey toward healing begins with the honesty of admitting his vulnerabilities, not just to the world, but to himself. We can only hope that he finds the peace and genuine happiness he so desperately seeks, even if the road ahead remains riddled with challenges and tears. This in-depth look into Jungkook's forbidden love is more than a headline. It's a window into the often hidden reality behind the glimmering stage lights. It's a story of a celebrated idol who, like all of us, faces inner demons and difficult choices. In exposing his pain, Jungkook reminds us that every heart, no matter how polished, has its hidden chapters waiting to be told. Thank you for tuning in to today's report. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on more intriguing insights from the world of K-pop. Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, behind every smile, there's a story yearning to be unveiled. In an industry where every move is scrutinized, the courage to be vulnerable becomes a lesson for us all. This story isn't just about a celebrity's heartache. It's about the human spirit's ability to overcome, to learn, and to grow from the challenges it faces. Jungkook's battle with love and duty serves as a reminder that even when life leaves us feeling incomplete, every scar is a testament to our resilience. As fans and viewers, it's our chance to look beyond the stage and appreciate the depth behind each performance. Let's take this moment to reflect on every emotion, every tear, and every joy that shapes our idols' lives. In a world of constant change, every second is a lesson, and every story has the power to inspire. That wraps up our in-depth coverage for today. Stay tuned for more breaking K-pop news that will continue to surprise and move you. Until our next update, keep watching, keep wondering, and remember, every untold story holds the potential to change everything.